When the clock strikes midnight, the murmurs begin. But this isn't just another spooky story time. It's a bone-chilling blend of shadowy fiction, disturbing true crime, eerie legends, and interviews that just might haunt you. From cursed hallways to the darkest corners of the human psyche, nothing is off the table. And if our voices have found you, it may already be too late. New episodes drop each week. Follow Murmurs at midnight and invite the darkness in.
Welcome to Murmurs at Midnight, a place where stories are not only told, but remembered, even when they should have been forgotten. Tonight, you'll hear something unlike the usual legends. This isn't folklore, and it isn't a simple fictional tale. What follows is a recording, an official piece of evidence hidden away for decades inside a courthouse in Russellville, Arkansas. It was discovered sealed behind a wall during renovations inside a plain cardboard box. In that box lay a sheriff's badge, water-damaged files, and a single reel of tape. Its label read only, Crowder, Quarry Case, 1987. The voice on that tape belongs to Sheriff Nathaniel Crowder, known locally as Nate. He was steady, pragmatic, not a man who gave in to fear. Yet this recording became his last entry, his final words, and the only surviving account of what he found in the place that townspeople called the hellhole. Before we press play, remember to follow Murmurs at Midnight on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. If you want more, the true crime episodes that never reach the free feed and other members-only features, join the spooky paid subscription on Apple Podcasts. That key unlocks stories too grim, too real, and too raw for public release. And if you crave more than a voice in the dark, follow Murmurs at Midnight on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Now, the reel turns. The tape begins. And what Sheriff Nate Crowder recorded that night should never have been heard.
Sheriff Nathaniel Crowder, recording, January 18th, 1987, times 9:32 at night. Cold sharp, sitting just below freezing. Winds running north, steady. Half moons hanging low, throwing enough light to make the shadows look mean. I'm standing at the limestone quarry. Deputies stayed home. Plenty of excuses, but truth is none of them like coming out here. Folks around here call it the hellhole. We've got 3 gone in less than 2 weeks. Lester Holcomb, truck driver. Rig found idling on Highway 64. Doors locked, no sign of him. Donna McVeigh, widow, walked her dog every morning. One day the leash turned up cut through and no dog with it. Brad and Janie, 2 teenagers, last seen parked up here. Cars gone, no tracks left, like it just slipped off the earth. People in town say this quarry's too deep for light. Some swear it draws breath after sundown. I don't put stock in that kind of talk, but I'll admit standing here don't feel right. I'll start my walk now, note down what I find. You hear that? The wind maybe? Maybe not, but I best I keep moving. Okay, I reached the rim. Some old cables still sunk in the stone, rusted near through. There is graffiti everywhere. Names, dates, curses, lovers carving hearts. It goes back decades. I can smell wet stone rising up, though there's no shine of water. I seen 3 fresh scuff marks here. Boot soles by the look. Dirt pushed off the edge. It all looks recent, too. I'll speak their names again. Lester Holcomb, Donna McVeigh, Brad and Janie. They weren't just cases, they were people with lives waiting on them. Lower shelf's got a fire ring. Ash gray, still damp, though we've had no rain in a week. Smell of beer hangs faint in the air. Somebody camped here, but there's no trash left and nothing scattered about. The fire looks too neat. There's that sound again. It holds steady no matter how the winds shift. Don't sit right with me. My rope's anchored in the crack here with a double knot. I'll ease down to the first ledge. First shelf's narrow and slick. I found claw marks cut into the stone. They're parallel and deep, wider than a man's hand and too clean to be from the weather. I keep hearing footsteps behind me, like gravel moving when I'm still. My light's on it now. No one there. I swear I caught a face in the wall just for a blink, a mouth hanging open with white quartz shining back like teeth. I suppose it could have been the light fooling me, but I don't like how clear it felt. I'll hold steady and catch my breath, decide if I climb lower. Made it to the second ledge. This shelf's thin, but here's another fire circle. Ash is cold, but not old. Looks like I found a rosary. Every bead split through, like something pressed from the inside out. Cold metal cross near froze my glove. Bagged and tagged as evidence. Here is a wallet. Looks to be Lester Holcomb's. The leather warped, but too clean. This wasn't dropped. It was set here. There's a notebook under two stones. Says it belonged to a hunter named Colson. First half neat, deer tracks, trail notes. Then it changes. He wrote about his dreams. Something about stone walls beating like a heart. Says here, the voice of his father was calling him from down below. Pages all stained with sweat. This man was terrified. I've been nervous before, but nerves don't leave a man's wallet open. Don't tuck a notebook in a bag and wedge it neat under rocks. Somebody set these things here. Footsteps again, this time behind me. When I swept the light, the rock showed me a face, mouth gaping, stone teeth shining. This is starting to get weird. I don't reckon I'm alone down here. I dropped to the third shelf, where the air's heavier, hard to breathe. It smells like wet pennies mixed with something burned. The walls down here, Lord help me, they look like faces, not carved with tools, just there, pressed out from the rock. Mouths open, some too wide, some lined with quartz glittering like teeth. I've seen shadows trick men's eyes, but this feels deliberate. Too many in one place. They're all making a humming sound now. Sounds like a hymn turned backward. It crawls right through my ribs. Something or someone just yanked my rope. Hard, too. But there's no one and nothing up top pulling. If this line goes, I won't be climbing out. If anyone hears this tape, tell Ellen I fought. Tell her I didn't walk down here blind. I heard my name come out of the rock, clear as any living voice. I'm done going lower. If I push further, I don't leave. Climbing now, but rope's pulling against me. Feels like hands on it from below. Footsteps circling me now, though the shelf's not wide enough for them. Then, my daddy's voice. He's been dead 12 years, but called my name just like he used to. My flashlight shows mouths moving in the stone, wide, teeth flashing crystal. I fired a shot at one of the faces. Dust and rock chips flew, but it only made the rest of them scream louder. Now it's copying me. Every word I say comes back twisted through the rock, like it already owns my voice. If Ellen ever hears this, tell her I tried. Tell her I was scared, but I didn't quit. The rope snapped and I dropped hard. Looks like my legs busted. Surprisingly, the recorder's still working. They're closing in now. I see arms pushing from the rock. fingers bent wrong, clawing out. Every mouth's chanting that word, stay. I can't climb, so that means I can't leave. Tell Ellen I went out fightin'. Tell her I tried to bring 'em folks all home. But I reckon I'm going down with 'em instead.
The tape ends there. No body was ever recovered. No official report closed the case. Sheriff Crowder's badge and recorder sat sealed behind a courthouse wall for nearly 40 years, until workers uncovered them by accident. What you've heard is all that remains. Some say if you stand at the quarry's edge after dark, you'll hear his voice calling the names of the missing. And if you answer back, the stone will breathe and you'll never be seen again. You've been listening to Murmurs at Midnight. If this story unsettled you, follow and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And if you want more, true crime episodes too raw for public release, and members-only tales, join the spooky paid subscription on Apple Podcasts. That door opens into the darker archive. We haunt more than airwaves. Find Murmurs at Midnight on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Share your whispers. Join the shadows. Until next time, keep your lights low, keep your ears open, and never ignore the Murmurs at Midnight.